Oh, hello everybody. We're going to do an update. There's lots of stuff to update. And I did get a request to do an update on a few things. So we're going to try and squeeze everything in as quick as I possibly can. I got a few tarantulas that molted, a few that passed away, and one, I'm not sure, I haven't checked on her yet, that has what seems to be DKS syndrome. I'm kind of disappointed with that one, but still haven't nailed down what could cause these things. But first thing, I've completed all but one of my deals. I still have to send my mature male Caribbean versicolor off. And of course I still have to get the assassin bug stuff done with Tom Moran once he gets enough nymphs to do it. But first off, the penultimate male Poecilotheria vittata was sent off today. I got these guys yesterday. This is a little tiny Nandu chromatus sling. There's two of them. This is what they're, I'll pan back out again because they're so small. I picked up two of these, and you can see how small the containers are. There's the other one. So we have three of the Nandu chromatus now with the male, and now these two tiny little baby slings. I did raise the male from a sling, but he came in as a 3/4 inch sling. These are tiny. Tiny. You can see how tiny. And even you can see some part of the little banding patterning already, even though they're tiny. The other thing, hopefully it won't come out. We'll be able to see it. Let's see. Right there is Idiothelma mira sling. The blue-footed baboon. I had one before. It molted out to a female, and then it came out from its burrow and died. This was months ago. And they're a cool species because they're not very big. They don't get very big. They build like a trapdoor. You can see this one hasn't done much of anything yet, but it's just in a vial for now. This one's a little bit bigger than the chromatus are. So yeah, those are the three new things. While you're looking at that, I do have now some empty enclosures because I moved out the Pamphobedius platyoma, the Avicularia rufa, a Grammostola pulchripes, a Brachypelma homori, an OBT, Pamphobedius, I already said the platyoma, Phormictopus cancerides, and I think there was one more. I think there was 8 total. Brachypelma vagans was the other one. So I do have some empty enclosures so I can move some spiders around. So over the course of the next couple weeks, I'm gonna try and, again, I thought I had everybody housed the way I wanted them to for the winter, but I don't. So we're gonna be moving some things around, and different enclosures are gonna go away. Some enclosures I'm not gonna use anymore, and then some I'm going to get more enclosures of to move some spiders into. So, okay, the 3 new, and then 8 moved away. Actually 9 if you include the vittata today. So I have 2 of those large snap tight 1 gallon containers. I'll bring one out and show it to you, and who I'm going to move into them. So you guys will have an idea of what's going to be moving over the course of the next few weeks. Oh, as you can see, we have a female praying mantis having her way with a cricket dinner. And you can see what they do. They just kind of dig right in there. And just start eating. alive, of course. They don't inject venom or anything like that like tarantulas or spiders do. So they kind of just grab a hold with those claws that look like saw teeth and just dig in. She's actually a pretty cool creature. There's her green tip to her wings. And she doesn't fly very well. I think the males fly a little bit better. Don't quote me on that, but females do have 5 segments to the bottom of their abdomen, and the males have 7. This one has 5. It would be really cool if she laid an Uthaka, but I doubt that will happen. It would be kind of cool. I have little baby manads in the springtime, but we'll see how long we can keep her going. She'll make short work of this cricket, believe it or not. They are pretty quick eaters, and I don't think they waste much of anything. They pretty much chow down the whole entire thing. So that's the update on the Mantis, sorry. I'd have to look up the actual scientific name. I probably ought to put that on a label and stick it on the container here. Because I'm pretty anal about the spiders. But then when it comes to the other animals, like my leopard geckos and stuff like that, I honestly don't know their scientific names, and I should. Oh, poor cricket. And that was a female, and what I did is grabbed it by its, I can't remember what that little thing right there is called, where it lays the eggs. It'll come to me as soon as the video is done. You grab that with the tongs, because they won't release that. If you grab them by leg, they may release their leg, but if you grab that, they won't let go of that, because that's how they lay their eggs. So I put it right in front of her, and she snagged it right off the tongs. So you have this update on her. The update on the assassin bugs will be right after her. And then the few new things that came in on my trade yesterday, you saw prior to this. And then the couple tarantulas that died. The Sericopelma rubronitans was one, molted, made it through the molt but never flipped back over. The male Seriocosmus aurea passed away before I got a chance to remate him with the female. And you saw the Heterothele villicella. I am going to definitely euthanize her after this video uploads, or while the video is uploading anyway. So yeah, watch for the assassin bugs coming up next, and hope everybody has a great rest of their week. And I will try to make sure that we do as many updates of her as we possibly can. I spray her down today, spray down the side of the enclosures. I'll do that before I go to bed to give her some moisture if she does need it. I don't think they'll drink out of a water dish. I'd have to ask a couple people that I know that have them, but yeah, so we'll talk to everybody. Oh, well, like I said, the assassin bugs are coming up, so we'll do the salutations after that video. Okay, well, here we are just a few minutes later, and you can see that pretty much half of the cricket is already gone. You can see it eating a wing of the cricket right now. Last one it kind of half ate and then it fell. Didn't bother to grab it, but look at that. Not wasting anything.
was the, I don't know if you heard that, Russell, that was the adult mature male Faunopelma chalcodes that attacked the cricket that I threw in there. I could watch this all day. I don't know if that's morbid or not, but this is absolutely fascinating. And again, when I was a kid, I used to catch these things all the time, and we'd put them in jars, and we'd throw grasshoppers in there, and we'd watch them eat, but never like this close up, because you didn't have anything. You just kind of looked at them with your eyes. But this detail, you know, the spikes on it, that armor plate on the thorax, right? Thorax. The spikes on the legs, the claws, the saw tip on the claws, the mandibles, and look at the eye, just the eye and the antennae. Now, male antennae are wider. They're kind of feathery. So that's another way that you could tell between a male and a female mantis. I forgot all about that when I was talking about it earlier, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to look into possibly picking up a couple different kinds of these next year. Not this year. I'm pretty much done moving things in and out of here, other than possibly that my male Caribbean versicolor has to go. He's got 3 females waiting for him, so I'm going to feed him and then maybe get him out, and then of course the assassin bugs to Tom. But that's about the end of my ins and outs. We're gonna enjoy what we have here. Unless I happen to win a contest or something, yeah, we're just gonna enjoy what we have and grow everybody up for the spring, and just enjoy the collection. Hopefully we'll get everybody to survive. We'll get those little tiny Nandu chromatus to grow a little bit, and yeah. So I'll show you guys real quick. I did feed a few tarantulas. I'm going to cover her back up real quick and make sure that all 4 corners snap. Yeah, focus back out because you guys are. Let's see if we could see. There's Tesla. Tesla, one of the 2 female Salmopaeus reduncus. Here is the Poecilotheria tigrina waselli, which I have not named. Tehar, which she really got some deep coloring in the front. She almost looks similar to Victoria with the 2 different tones, but like the poor man's Victoria, I guess you can call them. But yeah, there's the 2 reduncus. Here's the Poecilotheria smithi, who is kind of hunkered down. Oh goodness! See, that's what happens. Probably scared the crap out of there. Oh, and I do it again. Okay, well, now we have a freaked out spider and a freaked out keeper. Again, there's one of those stupid moments that you do. I tried to put the enclosure in between the 2 of these 2 to hold it up there, and of course they were too far apart. So our Poecilotheria smithi is all dirtied up now, so we're going to probably move this one tonight so we can get it into its new enclosure. And here is the Salmopaeus armenia. So yeah, we got 2, 4, 5 spiders fed. The female Faunopelma chalcodes ate. The male of Faunopelma chalcodes ate. The Grammostola pulchra male did not want to have anything to do with the food, so I took it back out right away. Kind of ran away from it. But I want to get the rest of these crickets fed off. I've decided that this enclosure here is going to be the home of the larger of the Ephebopus murinus. Because it is one of my favorite spiders. I'm going to go ahead and move it now
so it has time to grow. I'm going to really enjoy to see what it does with this thing. It's, considerably bigger than what it's in. It's in the softball enclosure, so, we're almost looking at pretty close to 2 times the size in overall volume. I think it'll do well in here, and it'll be good for it for quite a while. So, yeah, and of course the Mantis 8. So we're going to figure out who we're going to feed these to, get them fed off so I can get rid of them, and we'll talk to everybody. I'm not talking to you later. Again, the assassin bugs are coming up. So the last update is the white dot assassin bugs, the Platymerus pigitatus. As you can see, I found this little dude. This is one of the adults, passed away, which is to be expected because they live around 2 years, and I've actually had them for a little over 2 years. So we have that one. You can see there's one juvenile, 2 juveniles. Number 3 juvenile, don't know where he's at. Haven't seen him. Here is the other 2 adults are still hanging in there. There's one there and one there. And we do need to, right there's probably the other juvenile. I thought that was a cricket at first, but yep. So one of the juveniles looked like it tried to molt and didn't make it. So we have 2 juveniles, 2 adults, and somewhere amongst this mess are 2 nymphs I saw earlier today. I'm not really sure where they are right now. They're probably mixed in here. So yeah, you can see the one underneath the adult right there. And there's another one in here as well, somewhere. So there's 6 in here, and there are, where did I see them now? There were about 4 or 5 eggs. I might have moved them that I saw in here as well. So we're gonna spray these guys down. I'm gonna get them fed because they're probably a little overdue for a feeding. So we'll get some adult crickets in for the big guys, and we will get some smaller crickets in there for the 2 juveniles, and get some more water in there. Even though they never drink out of this thing, it just kind of keeps the humidity in there for them. Generally I'll spray the sides down to give them their moisture. Trey Beck got his stuff in A-OK. And if you didn't see his video, go check him out, Trey Beck, and look up the Tegu monitor update. And then the beginning part of that video is the stuff that I sent to them. And then Peyton is going to be doing a video on the stuff that I gave to her. So you'll see some stuff that moved from my home to others. And that's going to be it for the update video for today. I got some crickets to unbag, got a few to feed off, and I got a couple scorpions that need to be fed. My son's Asian forest scorpions need some crickets thrown in there. We won't ever see them feed because they don't like to let us see them. And I'll have to deal with euthanizing the Heterothele villicella. I hate doing it, but I hate seeing her the way she is too. So it's best for her, and that's part of the crappy part sometimes of the hobby, that you have to make a decision like this. This will be the 3rd tarantula I've had to euthanize, all because of the DKS syndrome. And also the Seriocosmus spurtae / Arrhea, or Arrhea/spurtae, mature male, passed away before I got to rebreed him with the female. So we won't be having any babies of those. I'm going to do a quick checkup on the Aphanopelma chalcodes female. Make sure she's doing okay. See if she wants to eat, which she hasn't want to, and pray to God that I don't open it up and see a molt in there. But if she is going to molt, now's the time for her to do it, right before I send this mature male off to the keeper down the road from me. He's got a handful of females, 3 I think. If you look right here, you see my little tongs right there is the other nymph that was in here. So there's 2 nymphs, 2 juveniles, 2 adults. I don't expect the adults to live too much longer. I was actually surprised that they made it this long. So, okay, well, I'm going to upload this, take care of my business I need to take care of, and we'll talk to everybody soon.